Hey guys, my name is Joël Musonda and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Come with me. Do you remember when I said this? A couple of months ago, before I went to bed, God gave me this vision. Now I'm not gonna get into it as of yet. Yeah, it's about that time. Grab a drink, sit back, relax. Do me one big favor. I'm so close to 400 subscribers. At least at the time of shooting, I'm so close to 400 subscribers. So just take a moment, press that subscribe, like, and just get me closer to 400, please, man. We're so close to that. I don't know what just attacked me, but we're so close to that. So it means so much to me. It's absolutely free. So just subscribe and let's get straight into the video.
For 52 years, my country waited to return to football's biggest stage. And I spent months sacrificing everything to tell that historic story from the inside. But in this part of the world, even the most beautiful dreams are quietly killed. Not by a lack of passion, but a familiar system of delay, empty promises, and dishonesty. This is the story of how months of exhausting work vanished into thin air, and the harsh reality of trying to build something in a place that is built to break you.
During the 1974 finals, Zaire were labelled the clowns of football. But unlike Paul Gascoigne, it was because of their on-field performances. They provided their fair share of classic moments during their 3 games, conceding 14 goals and scoring none. But it was the actions of their right-back Mwepu Ilunga against Brazil which really propelled Zaire amongst the FIFA World Cup moments.
See, I had the vision of a documentary. I was determined to write the next chapter of our football team in a better light, one that the outside world did not grant us before. A story about Congo, from her people. The journey begins.
Hey guys, and welcome to day 1 of us chasing this dream. And last night was actually the very first day for to keep it a buck, because I had the conversation with who should be the director behind this project, and just that call alone to be able to connect on that on many points, like how she was talking about sports documentary being the thing really like that she's been wanting to do, but for whatever reason has not yet gotten the chance to do that. And for me to bring this when at the time when she was already having ideas about it, it's just like, when things align, yeah, that's what that call felt like. And she's tasked me to do a pitch or presentation for potential investors and executives to be able to have a look at, and all of those different things. And so I'm out here just doing that now, and just seeing some of the ideas that I was having. And I'll insert a clip of what my sister just told me about
Congo right now, they immediately are thinking about the war in the east. This could also be a moment where they have that moment of not just focusing on what may be happening and stuff, but just purely now be like, for that month, to be fully encapsulated into this one thing.
Yeah.
A whole nation united behind this one cause. And we change the narrative.
Changing the narrative, changing how people see Congo, that we just do
That is so good.
Then a country that's at war,
That is so good.
You can also say Congo is known to have all these natural resources that are priceless,
Yeah.
but the national team is among them,
Yeah.
We went to the World Cup.
That
our
is so
fathers
good.
were very young when they first when Congo
50
went.
some years
And
ago,
I think
bro.
Congo was the first African country to even make
Not
it.
actually. It was with the first sub-Saharan, whatever, but yeah.
Okay. So this
There's a good history there. Yeah.
Great
Great thing, yeah.
history. So just changing the narrative on how people see us.
Yeah.
the main thing behind this idea came from the fact that my people, the Congolese nation, does not have that sort of feeling or relationship with our national team, and we're on the cusp of history. We quite literally are going to be writing history as we speak, and we'll get to witness that. And it's been over 50 years since Congo's been in the World Cup, and again, we're literally just there on the edge. And I feel like taking this will take us to a completely different level, and to be a part of that team that gets to bring said connection. I give you an example of the Springboks, right? The national team, the rugby national team of South Africa. When they play, the whole country shuts down, and it's like everyone is united on one cause, is to see our team get the win. And if you look now, the dominance that the Springboks have had since that time in 1994, when the whole country came together for the first time, where white, black, whatever your skin color, whatever your political views, they all came together and we managed to win that World Cup. And because of the things that were instilled back then, and I want to be a part of the team that helps bridge that gap, or at least starts that relationship, you know? Because too often I've seen the public not supporting the team the way they really need us to, and maybe the team not necessarily fighting the way they meant to because, again, of the connection. So this is the journey, man. Like my brother said, the journey is the film, and this is day one. That might be the title of this. The film, or the journey is the film, and this is day one. So stay tuned. Let's see how it goes.
For the next couple of weeks, I locked in. Just me, Google, and AI, burning the midnight oil trying to come up with these presentations. By the way, there was 2 projects being worked on. One was like a Netflix-style documentary. The other one was social media content campaign. After putting in a lot of work, things were finally starting to look rather decent. Special shout out to my girlfriend Bianca, because without her being so goated at presentations, I think my learning curve would have been much steeper. It's like half 3. Busy working. Let me see. Yeah, busy working. And someone brought me this. My first burger in Congo. This is awesome. Let's chop.
C'est avec la conclusion.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, yeah. Conclusion. C'était beau.
So, you need to say notre équipe nationale en mettant l'accent sur le récit de son histoire. Par exemple, sur le récit des joueurs.
Yeah, I think that's better.
Yeah, so as you guys know, this time tomorrow we'll be watching our team play for the spot in the World Cup, and like everything is so clear in my head, but obviously the execution is the thing that's a bit of a question mark. You know, you want to hit up sponsors, you want to have things like the ball rolling, but things are slow and it doesn't seem like people are getting back to you, and you know, a lot of question marks. But I told myself that after the game tomorrow, God willing, we qualify because we play at Jamaica, and I'm really confident. You know, I'm really confident. Jamaica's lost their manager not so long ago, and yeah, it's a bit of a discombobulated team, and you know, we've got quite good momentum with us going into the game, but it's still that question mark of like, are we gonna make it or not? I told myself that when we win, the next 2 weeks are gonna be the biggest grind, because I'm gonna hit up everyone that I can hit up that I think could help with the projects. I'm gonna just be relentless with it, and hopefully, you know, it all pans out correct and we have a seat on that plane, you know. That's gonna make my entire year, I can't lie. And if not, then it simply means we just go back, or we go to plan B, and that's gonna be its own thing. But all I know is that this year is gonna end with me having had a lot of success in certain aspects of life that are really precious to me right now. And yeah, got a lot of plans, and yeah, as always, you guys are gonna be with me. So yeah, 24 hours. We got this.
Bro, the game is happening right now, and the electricity just goes. What do you mean? What do you mean?
So we missed our own national anthem because of there not being electricity. People are complaining on the street. Vibes from outside.
Of all the things that I thought was gonna happen, this was not one of them. Because if you are the government, surely every place has electricity tonight, no? We want to do better as a country.
C'est dit que le Congo, pour ce non-contrôle, va essayer.
That's the sound of a goal.
Oh, no, they say it's offside.
Nah, they must have checked it again. They must have checked it.
Still more to go. Should we just get like one goal in?
Now it started raining. Blessings? I hope so. Petit, qu'est-ce que c'est? Let's go! Let's go! Let's go, let's go, let's go! Vamos! Allons-y, allons-y, allons-y!
Over the next few weeks, myself, my sisters, my dad, my director, my girlfriend, my cousin, we all contacted so many different people, yet days will turn into weeks, and all them promises that were said, still, nothing will come of it. Unfortunately, this is a story all too common in this continent, especially in this country.
Around the city with my day one niggas. I ain't gotta worry cause they A1 niggas. Wasn't in the field then you can't come with us. My little shorty going stupid, going straight dumb with us. I'm a big time nigga, still humble in the hood. Gotta keep it positive on nothing but the good. When I'm on vacation, I be stunting like I should. Got a real queen falling, she gon' stumble on the wood. And I still be doing business with my brother down. And I know that if I got it, I'ma cover them. And I know that if I need it, they gon' give it back. Gotta practice what you preachin', I be living that. Taking trips round the globe, bringing game back. Touchdown hood, happy that I came back. Take a photo with my granny for the memories. And if it's for a good cause, I'm buying 10 of these. Seem like every captain gotta maintain the cap. You can make change, don't change for that. Tell the whole truth, get paid for that. Bet you never fall off, you was made for that. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. Cause niggas ain't really who they say on the outside. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. Cause niggas ain't really who they say on the outside. Knee deep in the game and I'm still the same, nigga. Why you always hating? That's a damn shame, nigga. Gotta split the profits with the ones that came with you. All the homies share the vision, yeah, we got the same picture. You won't catch me in the club, I like to meditate. I be higher than a bird, I like to levitate. When I ask them how they doing, it ain't never great. So I be focused on the money, need a better rate. Baby girl eating veggies, doing yoga at the crib. Swimming in the winter, don't get colder where I live. Still the same number, if you got it, you can hit me. Pull up to the park, I'ma match you on a sticky. I ain't tryna be nobody, I ain't gotta be. 100 bands up, shopping at the Dollar Tree. Never been a type that gotta act, gotta lie. I just go and get the bread and bring it back to the tribe. Seem like every captain gotta maintain the cap. You can make change, don't change for that. Tell the whole truth, get paid for that. Bet you never fall off, you was made for that. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. Cause niggas ain't really who they say on the outside. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. Cause niggas ain't really who they say on the outside.
Megaphone in hand, this community activist is marching through Goma, trying to raise awareness about preventative measures to take against Ebola.
We have to wash our hands because this is a disease that's transmitted through physical contact.
The virus is affecting parts of Congo and Uganda. These are the dire scenes in Ituri, the worst hit region in the Democratic Republic of Congo, or DRC, where civil war, which has displaced around 3 million people, further complicates efforts to track and contain the disease.
Ebola outbreak in Africa. The White House says the Democratic Republic of Congo soccer team must isolate for 21 days. That team is practicing right now in Belgium. DRC, one of 48 soccer teams set to compete in the World Cup starting next month in North America. Their first game is set for June 17th against Portugal in Houston.
Some of you is probably thinking like, Joel, but why don't you just go to their offices? Now, let me tell you something about Congo, bro, right? My personal experience. To get your police clearance in developed countries or countries that are half decent, it's a very easy process. You walk into the police station, you tell them what you need, and they process everything. You give them what they require, and they process it, and in a couple of, maybe an hour, then you have your stuff, right? Here, you reach just the compound of where the police place is. There's a security guard, and before you enter there, you have to bribe him, you have to tell him you have an appointment. So that's the first problem, right? Greed and just people being difficult. But I get it, salaries are not the greatest, so they have to subside it with illegal means like that. But okay, so you bribe the police officer or the gateman. Second thing, outside of the bribing and the difficulties of just entering the building, the FECOFA, which is our federation of football here, they were going through an election process in the middle of our preparation for the World Cup. Make that make sense, but again, that just shows how inept we sometimes are here in this country. But I can just imagine how confused the people that are working in that building were already, let alone now a person like me coming there to be like, hey guys, can you hear out my ideas and stuff? Like, who would I even speak to? You know, they were probably worried more about if they have a job or not, you know? So I don't think I would have gotten that help. But also, I'm going to put on the screen somewhere how I went on their website, I emailed them, and the website crashed. Their stuff genuinely was giving me errors. I think I ended up even sending them an actual email, but I doubt they even read it. And I've sent DMs. So it just shows again that, like, if you live in a country that's there is built-in systems to help a person like myself who has a dream, who has a proposal, they know, email this person, email the admin or the secretary or the people that are, they have their job literally just to help people like myself. You know how to do things. You know, you just have to go see this person, set an appointment, you come at that appointed time, and someone will listen to you and help you out. You know, here it's, you have to know someone who knows someone who knows someone. And at the end also, it's not just about people knowing someone, it's about also people wanting to help you as bad as you want it. Because ultimately, I had people that were willing to help, but one, some of them might have not been as connected as you might have needed them to be. But two, I think it's also a willingness, you know? If they were as hungry as I was to see this project come to light, then I think it would have happened. So I'm not blaming them or anything. I'm just saying that in this country, we lack a system. And because of that lack of system, I think a lot of great ideas get missed and goes through the cracks. But hopefully in the near future, we'll have a country where there will be systems that will make it easier. So then we reached the conclusion, and I have my closing thoughts that I've learned from the process that I've done, right? And one of them is, and I think this is the biggest one that I've learned, and I hope through my story, you can also take for yourself in all aspects of life, really. And that is to not minimize yourself in whatever aspect it may be, whether it's of importance or experience or body of work. if you've done something, be proud of what you've done. Because I've only ever shot on my phone that's currently filming right now, and the drone, which I've been blessed to have had for quite some time, I felt like my body of work was less professional. However, if you look at what I've been able to do, and I'm not saying this to like now act like all pompous and stuff, but I'm just saying in the sense of the pride that I have in the body of work that I have, is that a lot of the time people will say even like, oh my gosh, what did you use to film this with? Or da 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 da. And I tell them it's a phone and they get shocked. And that's all to say that like the limitations, and I have a video where I talk more in depth about it. And if I remember where it's at, I'm going to put it somewhere on the screen so you can go and watch afterwards. But I said how limitations often bring about more creativity. And I think because I've only been able to shoot with my phone, it becomes very difficult at times, like what you want to bring up, because it doesn't have so much dynamic range as like a professional camera, etc., etc. I don't have to go into too many details. But the point of the matter is, I looked at it like, oh, my stuff is not good enough to be shown in front of execs. And I ended up putting a bunch of my work, because I realized that no, man, if I can do this with a phone, then imagine what I would be able to do if you were to sponsor me the way that I asked of them, you know? So it's that big lesson that I learned. I was like, you know, never look down on your work that you've done, no matter how unprofessional or whatever it may be. You make it what you will, and back your own work. The second thing I would say is never give up on your ideas. Never let anyone belittle your ideas. I think it was a very ambitious thing of mine to do. Like I said, I've never worked in that kind of professional setting before. I've never worked with a team before, but I had the idea and I put my everything into it. Now, in this life, God never promised for it to be easy, but what I do understand in this life is that you really have to go for what you love and believe in. And if that is a big idea, I don't care if your parents don't agree with it. I don't care if your significant other does not see the vision for it. If you see it, if you feel it so deep in your heart, body, mind, soul, everything, that please, please, please hear me out when I say this. Pursue it with everything you have. If you met with a mountain to climb and you're the only one that believes it, carry your own water, carry your own things, and climb that mountain. And if at the top of that mountain you still were not able to reach the goal that you set out, guess what? You still climbed the mountain, and that's something you can put under your belt to say that I did that. So now, whenever I have a big, audacious idea, I know not to look at it like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so hard. And whatever the outcome, do the hard things, man. And that's something I said, and that's something I've lived now more than once, you know? So I back it, and I hope you do too. And the third and last point would be, what a blessing it is to have people that genuinely support you. Like I said, from my dad, my sisters, my brother, my cousin, my girlfriend, everyone was chipping in, you know, hey, this idea, or why don't you do it like this, or why don't you word it this way, or I have this person that could connect you to this person. And all of those things is something that is truly a blessing, you know, all the creatives out there. Surround yourself with the right people, you know. It's huge to be able to do that, because you don't feel so alone whilst climbing this mountain. So I would say big up to your peoples. So to everyone that helped me, however big or small, I love you, appreciate you. I'm sorry we couldn't bring it home, but next time is next time. Lastly, I wanted to just say that we didn't get it, right? We dared to be great, we dared to dream, we dared to do, and we ultimately came up short. But I don't take it as a failure. I take it as something that has taught me a lot about my character, about the people I have, about the lack of system or system. And I know what to do next time, you know? So 52 years later, my country is back, and we started off as of shooting right now. We did play Portugal, and we got a 1-1 draw, which nobody believed in except us. And yeah, we showed the world that we are here and we mean business. And I hope and pray to God that there's someone out there taking some beautiful cinematic shots, and we'll be able to see a beautiful image at the end of this of all of this tournament and stuff. But yeah, I hope and pray, if your country made it, that they perform well and they make you proud. Mine certainly has already, and hopefully we make it out of the group, which I have a strong feeling we will do. And then, yeah, we keep seeing how far we can go, man. But yeah, and put God in there as well, you know? First, middle, end, just put God in there, because when the going gets tough, you need someone to lean on. You need a compass to guide you into things, and I think there's none better than having God by your side. So yeah, till next time, love and light. Peace.
Amaru, yeah. You brought the days to my nights.
Hey, I did everything I said, but I did it all my way. Oh wow, told you when you came my way.